In an increasingly digital world, where children are more connected than ever, it is essential to understand how their personal information is handled and protected. Data privacy encompasses the rights of individuals to control their personal data, ensuring that it is collected, processed, and stored responsibly. As we explore this critical topic, we will examine the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023 in India, which sets the framework for protecting personal data, especially for vulnerable populations like children. We will also touch upon the principles established by the General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) and the role of international organizations, such as the United Nations and UNICEF, in advocating for children's data privacy. Understanding the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. The Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023 is a landmark legislation in India that aims to safeguard the personal data of individuals in the digital age. This act recognizes both the right of individuals to protect their personal data and the need to process such data for lawful purposes. The key provisions of the DPDP Act 2023 relevant to protecting children's data privacy include: personal data. The Act defines personal data as any information that relates to unidentified or identifiable individual, including names, addresses, contact information, and sensitive data such as health records. Consent. The DPDP Act requires organizations to obtain explicit permission from individuals or their guardians in the case of children before collecting or processing their personal data. Data minimization. The Act promotes the principle of data minimization, which states that only the necessary data should be collected for a specific purpose, reducing the risk of misuse. Cyberbullying, online predation, and identity theft. While not explicitly mentioned, the DPDP Act's provisions on personal data, consent, and data minimization aim to mitigate risks associated with inadequate data privacy measures such as cyberbullying, online predation, and identity theft. The role of GDPR in maintaining data security. The General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) of the European Union has set a global standard for data protection. While not directly applicable in India, the GDPR's principles and best practices can serve as a useful checklist for organizations in maintaining robust data security. Key elements of the GDPR that are crucial for data security include: implementing appropriate technical and organizational measures to ensure data protection, conducting regular risk assessments and implementing measures to mitigate identified risks, ensuring the security of data transfers to third countries or international organizations, maintaining detailed records of data processing activities. The role of the UN and UNICEF in protecting children's data privacy. The United Nations and its agencies, particularly UNICEF, have been at the forefront of advocating for children's rights in the digital age. UNICEF has developed guidelines and resources to help governments, businesses, and communities protect children's data privacy and promote their digital well-being. UNICEF's work in this area includes advocating for the adoption of laws and policies that protect children's data privacy, providing guidance to businesses on responsible data practices for children, promoting digital literacy and online safety education for children and their caregivers, partnering with governments and civil society organizations to address emerging challenges in children's data privacy. While the DPDP Act 2023 is a significant step forward in protecting children's data privacy in India, ongoing efforts by the UN and its agencies will be crucial in ensuring that children's rights are safeguarded in the digital age. This foundational knowledge will prepare us for a deeper exploration of relevant laws and conventions in Module 2 and Module 3, where we will examine the specific legal frameworks that govern data privacy both in India and internationally.